Okay, so imagine this. You walk into a coffee shop in the United States. The cashier smiles at you and says, "Hey, how are you?" And you start to answer. You say, "Oh, well, actually, I'm a little tired today because I didn't sleep well, and also my..." And the cashier's already walking away.
Exactly. They're already taking the next order. And you're standing there thinking, wait, what just happened?
Oh, I know that feeling so well, Alex. That moment is so confusing the first time it happens.
It really is, Mia. And honestly, this is one of the most common misunderstandings for people learning American English.
Because in many other languages, "how are you" is an actual question. Like, you're expected to give a real answer.
Right. But in the US, it's not really a question.
It's more like a greeting.
Yes, it's just a way of saying hello.
And if you don't know that, Mia, it can feel really awkward or even a little rude.
So today, Mia and I are going to talk all about this. Why Americans say, "how are you?" without really wanting an answer, and what you should say back.
And by the end of this conversation, you're going to feel so much more comfortable with this little phrase that causes so much confusion.
Let's get into it.
Okay, Alex, let me ask you something. When did you first realize that "how are you" wasn't really a question?
Honestly, I think I always knew it growing up. Like it just felt natural. But I remember explaining it to a friend who had just moved to the US from another country. And she was like, wait, why does everyone keep asking how I am, but then not listening?
That's such a real reaction.
It is. And the answer is simple. In American culture, how are you is a social ritual. It's not a question, it's a greeting.
A social ritual. I love that phrase.
Yeah. Think about it like this. When someone waves at you, they're not asking you to wave back with the exact same energy. It's just a signal, a friendly signal.
And "how are you" is the same thing, Alex. It's a signal that says, "I see you. I acknowledge you. I'm being friendly."
Exactly, Mia. Not, please tell me about your life right now.
Which is what most of us want to say sometimes.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about that phrase I just used. Social ritual. Because it's a really useful one.
Yes. So social means anything related to people and how they interact with each other.
And a ritual is something you do regularly, in the same way, almost automatically.
So a social ritual is a behavior that people in a culture do together without really thinking about it. It just happens.
And how are you is a perfect example of an American social ritual.
Here's another example. In the US, when you pass a coworker in the hallway, you might say, "Hey, how's it going?" and keep walking.
You don't stop, you don't wait, it's just a signal.
Another example, Alex. When you get on an elevator with a stranger and they smile and say, "How are you doing?" that's not an invitation for a deep conversation.
Definitely not.
It's just a social ritual, a polite, friendly moment.
And once you understand that, Mia, everything gets so much easier.
So, Alex, why do you think this confuses so many people learning English?
I think it's because the words themselves sound like a genuine question. How are you? Grammatically, that's a real question. It has a question word, a verb, everything.
Right. If you translate it literally into another language, it sounds like someone deeply wants to know about your health or your feelings.
But in American English, the meaning has shifted over time. The phrase has become automatic.
Like people say it without even processing the words anymore?
Exactly, Mia. And here's something interesting. In some other cultures, people actually do want a real answer when they ask, "how are you?"
Yes, like in some European and Middle Eastern cultures, it's totally normal to say, "Actually, I've been stressed lately because of work," and then have a real conversation.
But in the US, that kind of honest answer in a casual greeting situation can feel a little unexpected.
Not bad, just unexpected.
Right. It's not that Americans don't care about people, it's just that "how are you" is the wrong moment to share your real feelings.
There are better moments for that. With close friends, with family, in a real conversation.
Exactly, Mia. Context matters a lot.
Okay, Mia, two more words I want to talk about: automatic and context.
Oh, those are both really important for understanding American English.
So, automatic means something that happens by itself, without you really thinking about it.
Like breathing. You don't think, okay, now I'll breathe. It just happens.
And "how are you" in the US has become automatic for most people. They say it without thinking, without waiting for an answer.
And the second word, context, means the situation around something. The setting, the relationship, the moment.
So the context of "how are you" from a cashier at a grocery store is very different from "how are you" from your best friend on the phone after something hard happened.
Same words, completely different meaning.
That's context, Mia.
And honestly, Alex, this is one of the most important skills in learning a language. Reading the context.
Not just the words, the situation.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we get to the really practical part. What do you actually say back when someone in the US says, "how are you"?
Yes, this is the part I love because most learners either freeze or they give way too long an answer.
Either silence or a 5-minute speech.
Exactly. So here are the natural, simple responses that Americans actually use.
The most common one is just, "good, thanks. How about you?"
Or pretty good. You?
Or "I'm doing well, thanks."
Or even just good, thanks.
All of these are short, positive, and they return the greeting back.
That last part is really important, Alex. Returning the greeting.
Right. When someone says, "how are you?" the social ritual isn't complete until you say it back to them.
So you say something positive, then you say, how about you? Or, and you.
That's the whole exchange. 5 seconds, done.
And yet so many people stress about it.
Because no one ever explained it this clearly.
You know, Alex, I think about this sometimes. Like, so much of English fluency is just understanding these small social moments.
It really is, Mia. And people who listen to real conversations every day, like this one, they start to feel more comfortable with these moments, naturally.
Without even trying that hard. It just absorbs.
Exactly. And if you're enjoying this kind of conversation, real, relaxed, natural English, then honestly, go ahead and subscribe. Because Mia and I are going to keep having these conversations together.
We're going to cover so many of these little social moments that make a huge difference. The kind of stuff that no textbook really teaches you.
Real life English. That's what we're here for.
And we're glad you're here with us. Okay, Mia, let's go a little deeper. Because how are you isn't the only version of this greeting.
Right. Americans have so many variations, and they all mean basically the same thing.
So let's go through a few of them. First one, how's it going?
Very casual, very common. You'll hear this everywhere. At work, at school, at the gym.
And what do you say back to how's it going?
Same thing. Pretty good, thanks. You? Or not bad. How about you?
Simple. Next one, what's up?
This one confused me for years.
Really, Mia?
Yes, because literally "what's up" means what is above you. And I kept thinking, what kind of question is that? Okay, so "what's up" is extremely casual. It's almost like saying "hey,"
And the response is usually just, not much. You?
or even just "hey."
back.
You don't actually have to answer the question. You just match the energy.
Match the energy. That's a great way to put it, Mia.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, Alex, let's talk about that phrase, match the energy, because it's actually really useful.
Yes. So energy in this context means the feeling or the vibe someone brings to an interaction.
And match means to do the same thing back, to mirror it.
So if someone is very casual and relaxed when they greet you, you respond in a casual and relaxed way.
If someone is very warm and friendly, you be warm and friendly back.
You don't have to overthink it. Just match what they're giving you.
And honestly, Alex, this is one of the most important social skills in any culture, not just American culture.
Totally. Reading someone's energy and responding to it naturally, that's what makes conversations feel good.
And it's something that gets easier the more you practice.
Just like English itself.
Okay, Mia, let's do a role play.
Yes, I love this part.
Okay, so imagine this. It's a Monday morning. You're at a Starbucks in downtown Chicago. You walk up to the counter. The barista is friendly and smiling. She looks up and says, Mia, you be the barista.
Hey, how are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Doing great. What can I get for you?
Can I get a medium latte, please?
Of course. Name?
Alex.
Perfect. That'll be out for you in a moment.
And that's it. That whole exchange, 10 seconds. Natural, comfortable, no stress.
And notice Alex just said, good, thanks, how are you? He didn't say, oh, well, actually, I'm a little nervous because I have a big meeting today, and also my coffee maker broke this morning.
Even though all of that might be true.
Even though all of that might be true.
The context is a quick transaction at a coffee shop. The appropriate response is short, positive, and returned back.
Short, positive, returned. That's the formula, Alex.
That's it, Mia.
Okay, let's do another one. Because the coffee shop is easy. But what about at work?
Oh, good one. Because at work, people say, how are you all the time? In the hallway, before a meeting, in the elevator.
And it still follows the same rules.
Okay, so the scene is you arrive at your office, it's Tuesday morning, you walk past a coworker you've seen a few times. They look up and smile.
Morning. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Busy week already. You?
Tell me about it. All right, see you later.
And you both keep walking. The whole thing takes about 4 seconds.
And it feels completely natural. No awkwardness, no long pause, no confusion.
Because you knew the script.
You knew your lines.
This is what I love about this, Mia. Once you learn the pattern, it becomes automatic for you too.
And then you stop thinking about it and start just living it.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, I want to bring something up because I don't want listeners to think that Americans never genuinely ask, how are you?
That's a really important point, Mia.
Because sometimes how are you is a real question. It depends on the context.
Right. So if your close friend calls you after you've had a really hard week and she says, hey, how are you? That's different.
The tone is different. There's a pause. There's care behind the words.
And in that case, you can give a real answer.
Or if you haven't seen a family member for a long time and they say, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. How are you?
Yes, that's genuine. They want to know.
So the key is read the situation, read the relationship, read the tone.
Is this a quick passing greeting? Then keep it short and positive.
Is this a caring moment with someone close to you? Then it's okay to open up.
Context, Mia. Always context.
Always, Alex. Okay, Alex, I want to bring something up because I don't want listeners to think that Americans never genuinely ask, how are you?
That's a really important point, Mia.
Because sometimes how are you is a real question. It depends on the context.
Right. So if your close friend calls you after you've had a really hard week and she says, "Hey, how are you?" That's different.
The tone is different. There's a pause. There's care behind the words.
And in that case, you can give a real answer.
Or if you haven't seen a family member for a long time and they say, "Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. How are you?"
Yes, that's genuine. They want to know.
So the key is read the situation, read the relationship, read the tone.
Is this a quick passing greeting? Then keep it short and positive.
Is this a caring moment with someone close to you? Then it's okay to open up.
Context, Mia. Always context.
Always, Alex.
Okay, Alex, I want to bring something up because I don't want listeners to think that Americans never genuinely ask, "How are you?"
That's a really important point, Mia.
Because sometimes, "How are you?" is a real question. It depends on the context.
Right. So if your close friend calls you after you've had a really hard week and she says, "Hey, how are you?" That's different.
The tone is different. There's a pause. There's care behind the words.
And in that case, you can give a real answer.
Or if you haven't seen a family member for a long time and they say, "Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. How are you?"
Yes, that's genuine. They want to know.
So the key is read the situation, read the relationship, read the tone.
Is this a quick passing greeting? Then keep it short and positive.
Is this a caring moment with someone close to you? Then it's okay to open up.
Context, Mia. Always context.
Always, Alex.
Okay, one more role play. And this one is a little different because it's a first meeting.
Ooh, yes, because how are you at a first meeting feels a little more intentional.
It does. So the scene is you're at a work event in New York City, a networking event. Someone comes up to you and introduces themselves.
Hey, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Alex, I'm Mia. How are you doing?
Doing really well, thanks. It's a great event. How about you?
Really good. Have you been to this event before?
And now you're in a real conversation.
But notice, even in a first meeting, the how are you exchange is still short, still positive, still returned.
It's the bridge. It's not the destination.
The how are you is just the door. What comes after is the real conversation.
That's such a good way to think about it, Mia.
I thought so too, Alex.
You know, Mia, there's something interesting about why Americans tend to give positive answers, even when they're not feeling great.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
So there's a strong cultural value in the US around positivity and forward momentum. Like, "I'm doing well" isn't always 100% true, but it's the socially expected answer.
It's a way of saying, "I'm okay. I'm functioning. We're good."
Right. It's reassuring. It keeps the social atmosphere light and easy.
And it doesn't mean Americans are fake or dishonest. It just means
The greeting is not the place for real emotional processing.
real emotional processing happens in real conversations with real trust.
With close friends, with family, with a therapist, maybe.
With a therapist, Alex.
Americans love their therapists, Mia.
That is true.
Okay, Mia, let's bring everything together.
Yes. So, what have we learned today?
First, how are you in the United States is usually a social ritual, not a real question.
It's a greeting, a signal of friendliness, not an invitation to share your feelings.
Second, the right response is short, positive, and returned back.
Good. Thanks. How about you? That's your go-to phrase.
Third, there are many versions of this greeting. How's it going? What's up? How are you doing? And they all follow the same basic pattern.
Fourth, context matters. With close friends and family, how are you can be genuine. Read the situation.
And fifth, matching the energy is key. Keep it light, keep it warm, keep it short.
And you know what, Alex? I want to say something to everyone listening right now.
Yeah?
If you understood any part of this conversation, if you followed along, if anything clicked for you today, you are already doing so well.
Seriously.
Learning English is not about being perfect. It's about getting a little more comfortable every single day.
And today, you got a little more comfortable with one of the most common situations in American life.
That's real progress.
That's real progress.
Alex, honestly, I really enjoyed this conversation today.
Me too, Mia. It's one of those topics that sounds small, but makes such a big difference.
It really does. And if you're listening to this and you want more conversations like this one, real, natural, relaxed English, we're going to keep doing this.
Every episode, Mia and I are going to talk about real American English, real situations, real cultural moments.
The kind of English that actually helps you in your daily life, not just on a test.
So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. It's free, and it means you won't miss our next conversation.
And if today's conversation helped you, leave a comment. Tell us which phrase you're going to try first.
We'd love to hear from you.
Take care of yourselves. Keep listening, keep practicing.
And we'll talk again soon.
See you next time.
See ya.